Shelby Ray.
And we currently serve as the pastors at Michie Church in Michie, Tennessee. So we started pastoring here in September of last year. And so this September will be a year that we've been here. We actually have a different dynamic than some worship leaders and pastors. I know there's a lot that have the same kind of vibe and same kind of dynamic that we have. But since we're married, it just makes it a little bit different. So pastor and worship leader under the same roof. And so to begin with that, with me, I don't typically tell her my message, my plans. She sees what everybody else sees, but it's after she's already prayed and got stuff prepared. I believe that by me telling her, and this is my prerogative, my idea, where I'm at, and you can do things differently, I know other people do, but I believe it takes some of the Spirit moving through her away, because she's then more worried about, okay, I need to align these songs with his message, instead of saying, okay, I need to align these songs with where the Holy Spirit is leading. And I know sometimes it's not about what we sing, but how we sing. But I want her to go the way she feels led to go, not how I'm telling her to go. And so I guess that falls under my expectations of her. So Kimmy asked us to do that, what I expect of her. And so my expectation is her following the Spirit completely. If we're both following the Spirit, we're both in tune with the Spirit, our service is going to go better. We're going to know where to go, because her Holy Spirit is my Holy Spirit. We're serving the same God. And if the Lord is leading somewhere, I want her to be prayed up and prepared and in tune with the Spirit, and myself as well, so we know where we're headed and what we're doing. I'm a very organized person, to say the least. And that's one of the questions, what we believe on that. And I'm a planner. And so our church services are planned, and I have a preparation period and a plan for the next year, where we're going, what we're doing, what's happening, and a date for it as well. And so my church and my leaders know that. What's happening over the next year is already decided. And so I kind of want my leaders to be planned and prepared as well. That way they know what's happening, where we're going. The people under them and serving alongside of them know what's happening as well. If everything is done in excellence, then that way we can move together in excellence and we can grow together. I'm all about following the Spirit though. And so if something happens and my plans are changed because the Lord wants to do something different, I'm all for that. I'm all for preparing and being prepared and organized like the Spirit is not going to be there. Prepare like it's just going to be you. Be ready to go. But then when you get there, He's always going to meet you there. So preach, sing, teach, lead like this is the last time you're ever going to feel it, and grab a hold of it and run with it. I'm going to let Shelby take a little bit more now.
Well, on top of the organization part, on our end, we have practices on Thursday and Sunday morning. So the Thursday night practice is to make sure that we get all of our detailed questions out. We make sure all the musicians and the vocalists are on the same page. Anything like that. I send out the music on Tuesday. That's when I do it right now. I send out links to YouTube videos or YouTube versions of the song so they can hear what I'm listening to, because I know some people listen to different versions. So that way we're all on the same page. The Sunday morning practice is usually more of a run through, last minute questions, anybody who maybe couldn't make it to Thursday practice. We just make sure we're on the final same page together, but most importantly, our hearts and our minds are ready for worship. And that's what Sunday morning is for, especially. Like Ethan, I'm always like, if the Holy Spirit wants us to keep going, we'll keep going. If He wants us to change, we'll change. It's all for Him anyway, so we want to follow His leading. As far as what I expect from Ethan as pastor, information and communication. I expect us to be in constant communication about services, worship, and I don't know his sermon title, but anything that I would need to know, I would expect him to communicate that to me, and vice versa. Information wise, if we have a special service, something where we need to be a little more timely or aware of time, again, open to the Holy Spirit's moving, I would expect him to let me know that. That way I can adjust what we as a worship team do. Mm-hmm. So all of our planning, and I guess it helps that we're both planners and organizationally minded, goes into that, both in our worship and in the way the service runs.
We're not big last minute fans. We want everything we want to know what's happening. And I think my church deserves to know what's happening. And if the Holy Spirit comes in and changes that, we're totally fine with that. I'm fine with that. I send out, I try to, and especially if we have a special service, and we've gone a little over time, and I do apologize, Kimmy, for that. But if we have a special service, I send out an order of service. I have an order of service anyway for everything, and at the top of my order of service, I have, Holy Spirit, you take my plans and my wills, and you change them to be your own. And so I see that each week. When I'm planning service, I see that. I want the Lord to move, but I want to plan and prepare like it's just going to be me. Even though I know it's not going to be, I want to make sure everything's in order and set up for the Lord to bless. Because do something that the Holy Spirit can anoint. Be prepared, be organized, and be prepared. But we hope this is everything you asked for, Kimmy. And if you have any more questions for us, we're here. So just reach out. Thank you so much.